Hi, once again, I'm Martin Tyler. This is Highbury. Welcome to the last midweek fixture of the Barclays English Premier League season 2004. To smile about for Everton. They've been able to enjoy the euphoria of a guaranteed fourth place since last Sunday's match here, when Liverpool lost at Highbury. Everton's best season since the formation of the Premiership. And of course it means they will have the chance to qualify for the Champions League. It's amazing considering that they sold Wayne Rooney back in August and Thomas Gravesen in January. But they get a good share of the applause here. Arsene Wenger picked his Arsenal team. What we are saying goodbye to tonight are the Redden, which is, well, he wouldn't miss it, a shot a bit wayward if you shank one at the clock end, about half a mile or so away. And next season, the sense of history that Arsenal Football Club has in abundance, they will play in shirts that are named the colour cranberry, sort of a maroon colour.
You know, at the moment, you're my main man in the middle of that defence. And I think we all know Touré's the main man, and possibly Sol Campbell will be, but he's certainly trying to boost his confidence. Player that's got the great knack of running beyond defences, timing of his runs, that knack of being a good finisher as well. And he's been majorly important to them this season, especially with playing the one striker up top.
And Persie goes on the right. Lauren further wide. Here's Vieira. Edu. Bergkamp.
Yeah, Dennis Bergkamp just getting it in a tight position. Arsenal being patient, keeping the ball well. There's Edu, just slips it into Bergkamp. He's surrounded by blue shirts, but he doesn't need a lot of room to operate. He's just trying to work it onto his right side, just going for that curler into the far corner. By his standards, he'll be a little disappointed.
Been used successfully as a substitute the last two games. He's Campbell, who injured himself, a damaged ankle against Manchester United. It was a fateful night back in February for Arsenal. They were beaten 4-2 at home. It's their only home defeat of the season. And Manchester United have done the league double over them. It's stretched by Yobo.
They're just looking to slide Van Persie in that inside left channel. Bergkamp there, very clever ball. Yobo just sticking to his task and staying with Van Persie, timing his tackle very well.
Had one season with Arsenal, having moved here from Ipswich. It was quite a season though. Arsenal won the double, the Premiership and the FA Cup.
James Beattie, that glimmer. He didn't look the sharpest getting onto it, mind James Beattie, but he has had a lack of first-team football.
As has McFadden. Left-footed but starting on the right. Here's Bergkamp. To make plenty of ground, he squeezed it through to Van Persie, and it's a case of double Dutch, and it certainly confused Everton. Bergkamp, the old master, Van Persie, the pupil. 1-0 Arsenal.
Well, you say the old master, and that's without a doubt. When he sees these passes so quickly, when he steps inside, the timing of the run, the timing of the pass, superb. You see Pistoni there, he's not sure whether to come up, stay, go with a runner. Gets caught in two minds, and he plays Van Persie onside. But it's just that little spot, that delicateness of the pass, just makes it easy for Van Persie to slot it into the back of the net. And that's a fantastic goal and a great start for Arsenal.
Well, they're not the top team in the league. They're not even now the top team in London. Such has been
playing that lone striker role. Will he play two up front next season? There's so many changes you can see coming at Everton.
Carsley. the suggestion, Everton, that suddenly David Moyes, with the windfall that the Champions League can bring, might have as much as 20 million to spend. Of course, what happens with the timing? You've got to spend it by the end of August. And they found it hard at the end of last August when they were selling Rooney right at the deadline time. What money came in couldn't be used there and then.
I think then when you look at
their record here at Highbury, they've lost their last 8 to Arsenal in the league. They were also beaten here by a pretty youthful Arsenal side in the Carling Cup earlier this season. And Everton put out their senior men. They're backpedaling again. Reyes, Van Persie, here's Pires. Great stop by Wright. Pires with the header. In. Underside of the bar and in. 2-0.
Well, who was the architect of that all over again? Dennis Bergkamp, that man in your picture there. A great ball inside the fullback to Reyes. He tried to pull it back for Van Persie. He just pulled it back that little bit too far for him. But Pires back in the play. Up here you see the pass. Just timing his run perfectly again. I think it's David Weir just playing him onside. Looks up, plays it back. There's Van Persie looking for it. There's Pires coming in. A good save from Wright. He doesn't parry it away from goal. He parries it back out centre of goals. And Pires just cushion headers it back over the top. Hits the underside of the bar and back in for 2-0. Just feel that maybe Richard Wright could have done a little better there. But it's a decent save. It's a comfortable height. I just feel that he may have been able to push that away from the danger area.
And the follow-up header carried geometric precision from Robert Pires to be sharp and slick for the FA Cup final. Something that Manchester United certainly didn't look 24 hours ago against a strong but below full strength Chelsea. Dennis Bergkamp, who said yesterday he was saddened that Arsenal hadn't put a piece of paper in front of him to sign. A professional player's head that says that, and you can't change however much you want to. Bergkamp has given the ball away this time, or been responsible for making it.
He just doesn't seem to get the power in the shot that he's looking for. Yeah, going back and then the Arteta chance. I mean, if that had gone in, things may be different, but certainly Everton looking a bit laboured at the moment. Hoping that Arsenal are in that position.
Well, of course, they want to have him for the FA Cup final. But it doesn't do any harm for even the greatest talents to just have a spell on the sidelines and show. And Arsenal have been playing very well in the absence of both Campbell and Henry. They defended well, 10 clean sheets in the last 12 games without Campbell. Says that stand-in.
Involved who have stepped in and done a good job for the club. You know, knowing that if they do their job well, that they will stay in the side.
But there's no such thing as an academic. Van Persie looking to prove himself. Senderos still in the side.
Arsenal, when you look at the current players they've got and the young players they've got, and then you look at Everton as individuals, there's a big job for David Moyes to do next season or this summer in the transfer market.
Fountain couldn't get away. Right back, but he's a gritty character, the homegrown talent. He plays here. He might be just wondering about the wisdom of declaring himself fit in these circumstances. Vieira brushes him aside. Van Persie. Arsenal threaten again.
Yeah, fantastic play from Arsenal down that left-hand side.
Longest serving clubs in the top division of English football. 79th consecutive season coming to a close for Arsenal. 51st for Everton. Senderos, who just started his international career very successfully with Switzerland. Van Persie. And back by Yobo. Fadden. Hit one with that stronger left foot. coming from the right-hand side. And Persie. And a flag against Reyes. Lauren. Edu. Easier, as you say, Paul, for Everton to defend in these circumstances. The problem, already the crowd in the Ole mood. Edu seems to be destined for the land of the Oles. And Valencia perhaps the most likely move for him. Van Persie.
Yeah, once he stepped inside on that left foot, one thing in his mind, to curl that into that far corner. Just by going for that extra little bit of pace on the ball, a little bit of accuracy, went away with it. One thing in his mind, just to whip that into that far post. Sometimes it's worth taking a shot, and you can keep the ball for so many passes, but there has to be some end product.
It is the sort of night where the players are already taking one or two bows, as Perez shows to his fans as the corner taker. Oh, and it's Bergkamp! Oh, how the home fans would have loved to have seen that go in.
Yeah, they'll love it if he scores tonight. I don't know if this is what he was aiming for in the first place. He's certainly got good power in the shot. The direction was there, but a good block.
Campbell. Edu. Player perhaps who thinks more about heading the ball rather than controlling it. Might have just thrown the brow at that.
Yeah, well, it was a great little pull away from Van Persie, and it's only players like Dennis Bergkamp that can spot that putt.
More impressive work by Senderos, allowing Lauren to bring it out. Vieira. More work for Richard Wright. Lovely Arsenal football once more.
Yeah, it's a great early...
Got it. Put it back to Arsenal, and reclaiming it another time might take a bit of doing. Vieira. Bergkamp. Reyes. Couldn't see a path for the shot. But Ashley Cole suddenly emerging on the scene. An attacking force as well as a much better left for the last 5 games, and didn't get even a few seconds action. It's a big night for him. He'll be pleased that those ahead of him are playing so well, though. Yobo. But Van Persie showing great determination with his own technique. Now Arteta. Everton. He blotted his copybook early in his career at Goodison Park with a rash piece of play against Chelsea. Got himself sent off. Really hasn't picked it up. Ryan Giggs, at the moment, he wants 2 extra years in the club policy, only 1 if you're over 30. I think I know who will win that battle of wills.
Yeah, but then I heard that Roy Keane was getting 2 years.
Just over 10 minutes left in the first half. A first half that Arsenal very quickly came to grips with. Cole. Good work by Hibbert. And again, Arsenal so easy on the eye and so difficult to defend against.
Yes, it's superb to watch. Patrick Vieira, another slide rule pass. Ashley Cole just running out of pitch. All he can do is just backheel it into the path of Van Persie. They get the blocking on in. Reyes flying in, seeing if he can pick up the rebound. And he's
probably one of the toughest players around. And he's been given the treatment, or plenty of opponents have tried to give him the treatment, Jose Antonio Reyes, but he usually comes back for more. Edu. And Persie, Bergkamp. Oh, and Arsenal have walked it in through Patrick Vieira. It's another beautiful goal here at Highbury for the home side.
I mean, what more can you say about Arsenal? It's just the movement, the weight of pass, the running off of the ball. Everything's there. And then you see Bergkamp set it off. There's Edu, steps inside. It's a great little set to Bergkamp. Great running off the ball from Patrick Vieira. And who better to be sliding you in other than Dennis Bergkamp? Tremendous, absolutely sublime football. And what a finish to go with it. I mean, it's like Harlem Globetrotters I described Arsenal in the first half against Liverpool, and it's pretty similar stuff tonight.
Well, goals for Van Persie, for Pires and Vieira, all set up by Dennis Bergkamp. And at the moment, the gulf between second and fourth looks rather wide.
Wow.
New suspension regulations this season. Sol Campbell missed the cup final. He was sent off several weeks before the final of 2003. But now it's a suspension of immediate effect, and if anybody got a straight red here, they would miss the next 3 games. The league match at Birmingham will be the first earlier this season, like Bergkamp, for instance. That would be doubled up to 2. Edu.
Luckily for Arsenal, we're in the comfort zone at the moment. There's no reason for any player to get heated in any way. And it's just been an exhibition of great football and great goals tonight from Arsenal. Great movement, great passing, great running off the ball.
How about a great free kick? Here's the scene set. And Persie. Oh, Wright did well. Comes out to Reyes. Wright does well again. The first save was made with Pires right in front of him.
Yeah, Van Persie's a straight one, but Pires, as you say, just blocked out Richard Wright's view of it. And then Reyes, it's a cracking shot in with his left foot, which is made all the harder by Steve Watson just going across.
Short of their usual starting lineup, some through injury, others managerial decisions. But for everybody else, it's been a purple patch of a first half, with Arsenal turning on the style. And it'll be interesting to see how the second half goes. Pace and intensity and the brilliant one-touch stuff, all the running that's needed to do that for longer than about 30 minutes. And he just looked at me wistfully and said, well, my aim is 90 minutes.
Well, I'm sure it is. That would be perfection, wouldn't it? But you know, it is a big ask. I mean, just 18, what a phenomenal season he's had. Flamini as well. Made a great contribution.
And Freddie Ljungberg, who's not quite fit, had a hip problem. So Edu thinks he's surplus to requirements. But he's done his bit in a masterclass orchestrated by the Dutch master himself, Dennis Bergkamp. If it is going out at Highbury, it is with a bang. He set up the first for Van Persie. He set up the second for Robert Pires. He set up the third for Patrick Vieira. And it's been brilliant fare from Arsenal. Too strong for Everton, and they lead 3-0 at the break. Well, the Highbury faithful greedy for more. It's been a tasty treat so far. And Everton have had this fantastic season, way beyond expectation. He's a young man of a surprisingly large number of clubs. It's his 8th employer, Everton. He knows what it's like to be at the wrong end of the table. He's been relegated with Crystal Palace, Ipswich and Leicester. Here's Pistone. Blocked by Pires. Bergkamp trying to give Henry his first run. Oh, and Yobo, was he responsible in the end for Henry ending up on the ground? Alan Wiley thinks there was an element of doubt about that. Flamini, at the end of his first season as an Arsenal player. He only played half a season with Marseille in their senior side. Bergkamp. Real ran off Carsley, and it's presented. Another chance that's been tucked away by Pires. His second goal, 4-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, a little bit fortunate in the end how the ball actually fell for Robert Pires. But he's kept running towards the box, hoping that something might come from it, and he got just rewards for his little bit of luck and his run. Just as Thierry Henry goes to play it back, it takes a deflection off of Carsley, falls very nicely for Robert Pires. And now calls that, just sticks it with his left foot, no problem. There you see it. Just tucks it in nice and neatly with that left foot, but very fortunate in how it came to him. Arsenal now 4-0 up.
Well, it was 2 years ago, Paul, around this stage in the season. Watson. Wriggling clear was Reyes. All the style about to be turned on again, you feel. Bergkamp, Reyes. And Arsene Wenger, who said it could be done for 90 minutes, might just be about to be proved right.
Yeah. And they put McFadden up top.
Game one and get home. There's still a hunger out there. Lauren. Lamine. Bergkamp. Henry recognised the idea. If he is going out, he's going out in supreme style, Bergkamp.
Well, he sees him making that run, and there's just nothing Hibbert can do about it, because he knows he can't match Henry for pace, and Henry's already on the inside of him. He's trying to hold the line, but he doesn't.
Henry. Bergkamp. One thing that has been just a little off-beam tonight is shooting.
I just think he had to wait that split second for the ball to come to him, and in doing so just gave the Everton player just a chance. Carsley just got onto the back of his heels there, had to hurry the shot, knowing that Carsley was coming in on him, and that meant the accuracy went away.
Arsenal look back at their poor reaction to the end of a long unbeaten run, 49 games, when they finally went down at Old Trafford back in the autumn. It was a real fall in the fall, if you like, because over the next... Edu. Spaniard. Pires. Bergkamp. Tempted maybe to go that extra stride. Quickly back on the ball with Reyes. Bit of showboating from Henry. Laurel preventing the corner. Reyes is motoring again. Bergkamp just caught adjusting his body. Reyes didn't give it up, knowing that he'd probably given Dennis Bergkamp a slightly too pacey delivery.
Yeah, but you know what, Martin, when you're knocking the ball into Dennis Bergkamp, he probably likes it. It whipped into him nice and firm. He still controls that, enjoys control.
Bergkamp. Lawrence cross. It's one element that Arsenal don't really have. There's a player who wants to come in and head a goal.
Yeah. And certainly at times you'd think that might be a player that Arsenal could have in their ranks somewhere. Because they do get in wide positions around the back of teams very well, Arsenal. would certainly give them another string to their bow.
There's a bit of protection here for Perez, so no hat to the chance to admire the sheer football intuition of Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah, at times you tend to forget that he's only just 18. He's had a fantastic season. Quite close to him, but he had to get down and get that left hand out, and this time knocking the ball away from goal.
The suggestion has been that Thierry Henry's groin problem has not been too serious, but keeper in, it is 5-0. And the committee are pleased for the scorer.
Well, they wanted him. They know he's leaving at the end of the season, and you can see what the players think of Edu. He's obviously a popular guy in and around the club.
Making life perilous for Everton. Bergkamp just needs a goal from him, really, doesn't it, to set the seal on the evening from the Arsenal perspective.
Yeah, just in case it is his last game.
15 minutes still to go. 5-0 to Arsenal. We were 3 up at half-time. Perez's second and Edu's penalty in the second half. Bergkamp gets there before Weir. Spot of work for Jens Lehmann. It's been an easy shift for him, given the saves he had to make early on. Well, it's Bergkamp who's closed it down, who's taken it down! And there's his moment. And it's fully deserved. And it's 6 for Arsenal.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'm so pleased for him. You can see what the players feel as well. Well, I'm not sure, is it 10 years that Bergkamp's been at the club? 10 years, been a great servant, been a fantastic player on the world stage and in the Premiership. Bit fortunate, really, how it comes for him, but he gets it down. The ball goes slightly behind him, so he has to readjust his body position. Richard Wright thinks about it, stays his ground. He just steers it in that bottom corner with his left foot. He knows it's an opportunity. He can keep it low. That's a great sight for Dennis Bergkamp, seeing that nestling in the back of the net.
It's his 116th Arsenal goal, his 390th game for the club. And it's been a career of class. And he might just be there for the class of 2005-2006.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy at this stage. Certainly a reckless challenge from behind.
Well, he doesn't always let his emotions get him.
And as soon as he got the challenge from Sol Campbell, then he's looking to get someone back.
Edu. To reply in the only way that they really should, which is in the purity of their play.
You know, could beat anybody on a given day, and if you analyse it, you know, the table doesn't lie. Everton have proved that they're better than Liverpool this season, but you know, you look at the individuals in the side, and that's why Everton have been such a surprise package for me. I didn't expect to do what they've done, but certain things are showing up tonight. That there's a massive gulf between these two sides in quality. There are occasions and in the crucial games. You know, when Arsenal play like this, I can't see there's a better side in Europe. But Chelsea have got that steel about them. They can kill teams off, they can defend, they can counter-attack as well.
Henry. Shall we dance? Just in the wrong place at the wrong time is that Arsene Wenger, as I said right at the start, picked his team on the back of that result last night where he didn't really have to play for the extra point. He said, right, I need Campbell to play. And he's gone out and got 90 minutes under his belt. Edu, we know, is leaving, and he had the chance to play because Gilberto was injured. Made some good saves, we shouldn't forget that. Otherwise, we could easily have been talking about double figures. But 7 is more than satisfactory. It's absolutely splendid in truth. The scorers of the first 4, Van Persie 2, Van Persie, Pires 2, and Vieira all substituted. But Dennis Bergkamp, who'd made those, scored himself. Edu's penalty, similarly sentimental. And Flamini finished it off. I guess in years to come, Paul, the Everton players will say, well, we did take part in that game, and it was quite a proud thing to be there on the day. But at the moment, well, they are showing plenty of respect, and that's good to see, because Arsenal certainly deserve it.
That's right. I mean, I think the dilemma now for Dennis Bergkamp is, does he do a lap of honour and milk the applause, maybe thinking that it was his last game, or does he not do that in hope that he's got another year at Arsenal? Certainly it was fantastic tonight. Certainly I'd love to see him stay at Arsenal. There's a little bit of sentiment for my reasons in that, because he's been a tremendous player. Arsene Wenger's got a tough decision to make.
Freddie Ljungberg coming on. Wondering if he'll be fit for consideration for the FA Cup final. But how do you break back into this team? Sol Campbell's had to wait 3 months. Partly through injury, of course, but recently through selection. They have their riches here. It's not quite the celebrations of winning the title, nor should it be. But it's quite a home finale for the team put together by this sophisticated coach who wants to win so badly, game after game after game, and has seen a sumptuous win tonight. I know you've enjoyed it, unless you're an Evertonian. Arsenal 7, Everton 0.